Hello, I'm Scott Shepard. Have you ever been kind of caught being inconsistent? Boy, I tell you, if there's one thing I am consistently inconsistent. An example of that, maybe when my kids were little, I would raise my voice to them and tell them, stop raising your voice to each other. Well, that's pretty inconsistent. That's just telling our kids, you wait till you're my age and then you can raise your voice, right? Just being inconsistent, or maybe wearing a shirt that says, some kind of a weight loss program and all that while you're eating a Snickers bar or ice cream. Just inconsistent. Listen, I want to talk more about being inconsistent, but before I do that, can I just encourage you to help us? We're trying to get to 250 followers. That's just kind of a goal, and once we do that, we'll probably make another goal. But for now, 250. And we're slowly creeping up. Boy, you could really help us. Just hit that subscribe button and you'll be able to help that, or the like button, or a comment. Make a comment. I'd love to see those. Help us out. We'd appreciate that. All right. Let me be consistent here, all right? Let's talk about consistency. I got caught this week being inconsistent. One time you say this is the way it's going to be, and then things come up, and especially if emotions get involved in it or whatever, and you find yourself making a decision that's inconsistent with what was consistent, right? And I got caught, and I should have been, and someone loved me enough to say, hey, Scott, you're being inconsistent, and they were right. And so we got it corrected, and I'm consistent again. I want to be like my granddad, more like him. I mean, he was black or white. Boy, he was just consistent. Things didn't change much in his world. And I always struggled with that because I think there are gray areas in our world, right? There are some of those gray areas, but not to him. It was black or it was white. And he was very consistent. You knew where he was going to be. You didn't hardly have to ask him about something because you knew what he was going to say. He was that consistent. I want to get better at that. I want to be more like Jesus, is who I really want to be like. Jesus was consistent. No matter what people did to him, he treated them with love. Now he did correct the Sadducees and the Pharisees, those religious leaders that were leading people astray. Yeah, he did correct them, but he died for them. He loved them enough to do that. He was consistent with his mercy and his grace and his compassion and his love. He was consistent. I want to be more like that. I want to be more consistent in my life. And so here's a challenge. If this video fits you any at all, here's a challenge for you and I, and that is to think before we act, to listen to our gut instincts. Had I listened to my gut instincts instead of being inconsistent, none of that would have ever happened. But I didn't, because emotion was involved. And so listen to the gut instincts. That may be the Holy Spirit trying to lead us and guide us in directions that he would have us to go. And so listen to those, and then maybe spend some time in prayer. Not just maybe, but spend some time in prayer about it before you make that inconsistent decision. So that's our challenge. Let's be more consistent in our lives. Hey, I'm Scott Shepard, and this is Good News for You.